English learners. Welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica.
And today we're bringing you the third part of this series that we've created called I'm Sorry, I Love You.
That's right, the third part in our story about our English Pod couple.
Yeah, it's a romantic series, but today we're bringing you an argument.
That's right.
Like in every relationship, you have fights, you have discussions. So we're going to teach you how to do that in English.
That's right. In today's lesson, you'll learn some great language that people use when they get into an argument with their boyfriend or girlfriend.
Right, so why don't we take a look at vocabulary preview.
Vocabulary preview.
We have one phrase today. Get a hold.
Get a hold.
Get a hold.
To get a hold.
To get a hold of someone means...
To try and communicate with that person.
Exactly. So to try and call that person.
For example, I can say, I've been calling his phone all day, but I can't get a hold of him.
Or I could say, finally, Marco, I got a hold of you. Where have you been all day?
Exactly. Now we're going to listen to our dialogue, and as always, it's going to be at a normal pace, but you don't have to worry about it.
We'll come back and teach you all of the important words.
Stephen, where have you been? I've been trying to get a hold of you for hours.
There was an emergency at work,
I was
so...
waiting for you in the restaurant for 3 hours, and you didn't even have the decency to call me. Do you have any idea how embarrassed I was?
Honey, I promise this won't happen again. It's just that
Yeah, right. I've heard it all before. I'm not going to take any more of your empty promises. This is the 5th time you stood me up in 2 weeks. You need to get your priorities straight. I'm tired of you putting your job first all the time.
Come on, Veronica, that's not fair. I do care about you a lot, you know that. I try
You know what? Maybe we should just take a break. I need some time to think about where this relationship is heading.
But, Veronica, would you listen to me? There was a fire alarm at my office building today, and I was...
Okay, so a little bit of trouble in the relationship.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, well, I think she's overreacting.
You do?
We'll talk about that later on. But we saw some great words and phrases here, so it's time for language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
Today on Language Takeaway, we're bringing you 3 words.
The first word is stood me up.
Stood me up.
Stood me up.
Stood me up.
The phrase stand someone up. When do we use this?
If, for example, you have a date and you don't go.
Okay, so let's say you and I were supposed to have dinner together,
Right.
and you just didn't come.
Right, I
And didn't
didn't.
call.
Right, so I stood you up.
Yeah. Okay.
Stand someone up.
Our next word, priorities.
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 So priorities are something that's really important in your life.
That's right, like family or maybe work or making a